Hello everyone, and welcome on back for another video here on my channel. As always, if you are one of my returning subscribers, welcome back and thank you so much for joining me on today's video. But if this happens to be your first time stopping by, hello and welcome. My name is Monet. I'm 29 years old, and here on this channel I am dedicated to sharing my financial journey. I have been on YouTube for the past 6 years, and I showcase how I utilize the cash envelope system. It's helped me get out of debt, and now it is helping me save, invest, and remain on budget. So if that is the type of content that you enjoy and things that you like watching, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and make sure you hit the bell so that you are always notified whenever I upload my next video. So within today's video, of course, we are going to be doing another cash envelope stuffing. We are going to be stuffing the second paycheck for the month of May from my full-time job. So if you're interested in seeing how all of that is going to work out, then just keep on watching. All right, so let's dive right in and get started with seeing how much we are working with. Looking at my bank slip, I withdrew a total of $715, so that is what we will be cash stuffing today. And we are going to move all the things to the side that we aren't using yet, so we will bring this back when it's time, and I will get started with breaking down my paycheck. All right, so for this paycheck, we received our standard amount since I am salary. So that was $2,566 overall. And then I will share how I budgeted all of that out. For myself, when I use the cash envelope system, I do not withdraw all of my cash from my paycheck. I only take out partial funds and things that I want to stuff within my sinking funds and variable income. But for big bills and things that I transfer, I do just let that sit in my account. So in terms of those bills that I'm going to let stay in my checking account, the first amount we have is for my tithe. That's going to be $257 that I am setting aside for that. The next bill that I left was my second payment for my rent. So the other half in that made $1,055, and now I have my total payment that's going to be due for June 1st. Following that, I have my bill for my electricity. That was $51 this month, so we'll be paying that online as well. And then the last bill or thing is going to be gas for my car, setting aside $45 from this paycheck, and I get my gas from Sam's Club, so they don't take cash, so there's no need for me to take it out. But in terms of the bills that stayed in my checking account, that is everything. And now we can dive into my variable expenses that I keep within my wallet. All right, so taking out my cash dividers, within these categories, I am participating in the dollar challenge. So any dollars that I had from the last time I did my cash envelope stuffing, I do set them to the side, and we will add that to the jar, and I count the jar at the end of the year to see what I saved. But getting started with spending today is going to be getting $50. So I'm gonna do two 20s and a 10. That makes 20, 40, 50. Looking at spending, I do have $1 left, so I'm going to set that to the side. And I do participate in the rollover method, so I do not take out everything from each category. When I get paid, I like to just build upon what I have, because then it can vary each time I get paid how much I can give that certain category. But adding 50, that will now bring my spending to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 35. So that's $135 to support me for the next 2 weeks. I don't think I have anything special going on, so it should be standard. So that should be good enough for myself. Next, we move along to groceries. Groceries is going to get $200. However, I did already use $50 from this fund, so I had to pay myself back in a sense. So I'm only going to physically give myself $150 from this cash stuffing. So that will be two 50s, two 20s, and 110. So that will give me 100, 20, 40, and 50. So yeah, my grocery spending last week was a little bit more than I anticipated, and I knew I was gonna get paid soon, so just kind of balanced myself out. Looking at groceries, I do have some singles, so we can set that to the side. And now as a total, I have 100, 20, 40, 50, 55. So 155 should be good for myself. Next, we move into toiletries. Toiletries is getting $50. I'm gonna do two 20s and a 10, yet again, to give me another 50. Looking at this guy, I believe it had quite a few singles. Yeah, so the cashier gave me like all singles back in change. So I knew that was going to be a good amount that I could add to the jar. But adding 50, that will now give me 20, 30, oh, hold on. That will now give me 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. So $75 within toiletries, and I should be good. Next, we move into clothing. Clothing is getting 20, so a $20 bill. And now I have $40. And then the last category is eating out. That is getting $30. 20 and a 10 will give me my 30. And I also have some singles in here. So now that will give me $20, $40, $50 in total for spending, or for eating out spending. But that is all I have. My miscellaneous category, I like to leave that empty, and if I have to deposit any cash within my checking account, that's normally where I put it. But as for this cash envelope stuffing, variable expenses look good, so I can go ahead and put it back in my wallet. And I always love once I have my dividers back and stuffed, and I can spend how I see fit. All right, next we can go ahead and count our singles for our jar, which is exciting. I think this is the best week I've had so far at the start of this year. We all know how hard it is for me to get these singles for the jar, so I'm excited to see what we saved. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's my lucky number. $15 that we can add to the jar. And here we go. And love to see it. After that, I do have my savings challenge, which is the same concept, just within coins. So looking at my wallet, I think we have a few that I can add. All right, and there we go. Now with the savings done, we can move on to the binder and begin stuffing my sinking funds. Starting off with annual payments, that is getting $20. So here is my 20. Looking at my envelope, that now gives me 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 380, 85. So $385 saved up for annual payments, and that is good. Up next, we have car maintenance. Car maintenance is getting $100. So as you know, I am beefing this up just to take care of Lily and the things that she needs. I still have yet to get my battery. I don't know why I'm dragging my feet on it, but I need to go ahead and do that. But now within car maintenance, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 535, 540, 41, 42. So that's $542 saved up within car maintenance. So that is good. Next, we move into car insurance. That's going to get $60, and I did make my payment for my 6-month premium. So a lot of the money that we were saving up has been taken out. So now we are slowly saving up for the next 6-month payment. And adding 60 today, that will give us 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 175. All right, after that, we have Christmas. Christmas is getting $25. So a 20 and a 5. And adding that, that will now give me 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, and 250. So that's $250 for Christmas. I might want to condense this down to some smaller bills, but love to see that grow. After Christmas, we get into gifts. Gifts is getting $10, so I'm gonna add that within here. I did use this for Mother's Day, so happy belated Mother's Day to all of the mamas out there. And I got to spend some time with my mom, which I loved. But now adding $10, that will now give me $20, $30, $40, $45 that I now have within gifts. And the next thing will probably be Father's Day. So yeah, working on that. Maybe I can send a little something to my dad. Up next, we have household, but we are skipping this for right now. It's not a priority, as well as medical. It has $540 in there, and that's the cap that I like to keep it at. And now we can move into travel. Travel is getting $200. So that should be the last bills that we have here. And we all know I'm prioritizing this for my 30th birthday. I have to make the payment on the trip for that. So now we have $1,000. This is just a placeholder to let me know that $1,000 is in the bank. And then in physical cash, we have 100, 200, 300, 320, 330. So that's $1,330 now saved up for travel, which is fabulous. But in terms of all of the physical cash and everything that we have to do, we see that the tray is empty, so that will complete that. And now we can get into my electronic savings and investment transfers that I did. So getting into the transfers, the first thing that I have is for my savings, and I only contributed to one savings for this paycheck just because I know May is a magic month and I know I can put some more savings with the last paycheck of the month, so that's what I was really prioritizing. But with this, I wanted to put $140 of this paycheck to that miscellaneous other category that I have so that I can try and be on track to finish that off by the end of this month. And then the remaining $250 from my paycheck, I put towards my Roth IRA. Again, want to stay consistent and max it out this year since I wasn't able to do so last year. But adding $250, that will now put my total at $3,035, which is amazing. We hit the 3,000 mark, and that is just inching us closer and closer to the 7,500 goal that we are working towards. But in terms of my overall paycheck, every dollar thing that I divvied out, that will complete the breakdown. All right, so as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I did feel like I rushed through it, but it just wasn't a lot to talk about. Nothing much is happening. I kind of need a nice mellow 2 weeks in my life. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to let me know down in the comments, how are you doing with the magic month? What are you planning? What's going on with your budget? Love to hear that. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up because that definitely lets me know that you are still enjoying this. And with all that, I hope you enjoy your weekend, your week, whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you all next time within my next video. Bye guys.